Today on WSRH Extra, we take a look at a candy shop that's star-bursting with sweets.
Also, we get an inside look at a protest that's dedicated to ending animal cruelty.
Plus, we head to a festival that's embracing the beauty of Floridian waterways. WSRH Extra
starts now.
Welcome to this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Emily Carbochi.
And I'm Daniil Smith. Over the past couple of years, animal cruelty within the entertainment business has become a very controversial topic.
With discussions about this issue on the rise, a few particularly motivated people decided to exercise their First Amendment right. WSRH Extra reporter Ashley Pellicone takes us to a protest that's working to put an end to animal cruelty.
The animals are miserable. They don't want to be doing what they're doing. They're not happy.
Animal cruelty has recently been a controversial topic for many involved in the entertainment industry. For some, this issue has been a big motivation to educate others.
Because I'm against the exploitation of animals, and this circus is one of the worst circuses in America right now, so this is why we're here tonight.
In order to bring awareness to this issue, Compassion Works International organizes protests against circuses like the Garden Brothers.
I mean, it's kind of tradition. Since I was a kid, they always had animals, but I could see it's kind of depressing to see some of the animals.
For protesters like Paul, the pain that these animals go through is a strong motivation to make a difference.
Because it's animal cruelty. It's absolute cruelty and torture for these animals. And it starts when they're babies. They take the elephants when they're calves from their mothers. And they tie them, they beat them with hooks, bull hooks, they use chains, tasers. And the mothers are all watching this, but they can't do anything because they're tied to the ground. It's all cruelty to these animals. And there's no need. We have other options.
In order to take action, the United States Senate has passed a bill into the hands of the president which would make animal cruelty a federal felony. For WSRH Extra, I'm Ashley Pellicone.
The city of Lake Worth hosted a festival last weekend that would educate the people about the importance of preserving the Lake Worth Lagoon. WSRH Extra reporter Grace Trowbridge takes us to Lagoon Fest.
West Palm Beach waterfront is home to many events. Lagoon Fest is an event that shines a light on Lake Worth Lagoon and educates visitors about their waterways.
Lagoon Fest is an opportunity to bring the community together and talk about the lagoon, Lake Worth Lagoon.
This event is more than just a learning opportunity. There is a kayak cleanup tour where a team goes around cleaning trash out of the lagoon.
Lagoon is an area a lot of people used to call the Intercoastal Waterway. Nobody really looked at the lagoon as a body of water that actually is. There's a lot of habitat, a lot of use by creatures like manatees, sea turtles, lots of fish, lots of different kinds of wildlife, birds. So this is a chance for people to kind of learn about the lagoon and why it's so important to the community.
From fun in the sun to learning about how to protect the lagoon, groups come out to educate visitors on how they can have a positive impact.
So what people really need to look at is if we can eliminate using the single-use plastics and really refuse them. And then if we have to, or if we have those single-use plastic items, we need to recycle them and not make sure they don't end up in the waterways, on the beaches, things like that.
Organizations help to show visitors how they can properly dispose of harmful items and give them other options as to what they can use to be eco-friendly.
We're celebrating the lagoon, so we're getting a lot of people that come to this. They're all environmental, a lot of environmentally aware people. So they're all kind of people of the same cloth, so to speak. So it's just kind of fun to sort of celebrate and have like a party almost with lots of people that are also into the environment.
From kayaking to sorting trash, Lagoon Fest is a chance for locals to come together and raise awareness for protecting the waterways around them. For WSRH Extra, I'm Grace Trowbridge.
When you go to a candy shop, you typically get your average everyday candy. However, one confectionery in West Palm knocks sweets out of the Milky Way. WSRH Extra reporter Cassie Narkis takes us to a king-size candy store.
This is an original golden ticket from the movie, and it's signed by each of the kids in the movie who played them.
You might have noticed the big purple and yellow building on the corner of Southern and Jog Boulevard, but little did you know, this building is home to the biggest collection of candy in South Florida.
Our candy store is very different. It's designed very differently. We also make over 60 flavors of gourmet popcorn in-house, and we have a different variety than a lot of other stores.
Along with the endless array of candy, there's a little something extra that sets their store apart from the rest.
This one has more varieties and is a lot bigger, and there's more interactive parts of it. They have a party room and the tours is really fun.
Candy Tour was built for a couple of reasons. We wanted to educate people about candy and have a little fun. We had seen some similar things at other places with chocolate and thought we could do that and we can maybe even do it better.
Not only do they influence the candy market here in South Florida, they also travel to state fairs all over the country.
We go to state fairs all over the country. Our year starts off with the South Florida Fair in January. Then in the end of May, beginning of June, we're in the Meadowlands in New Jersey, the Ohio State Fair in Columbus, Ohio. We're in Virginia, South Carolina. We do one in Texas, so we're there traveling about 6 months a year. My favorite part about being in this business is actually we make people happy. People come in, they see stuff. When people walk in here and they smell the popcorn, that's what keeps me going.
Many say that coming to the Bull Candy Store is a real treat. Between the museum in the back and traveling all around the country, you could say that this store has a few Twix up their sleeve. For WSRH Extra, I'm Cassie Narkis.
With a recent surge in thrifting, many stores are now in the business of hand-me-downs. One store is taking it to the next level, selling old clothes with a new twist. WSRH Extra reporter Rachel Clark takes us to Stitches and Rust.
Buried deep in the heart of Lake Worth, Stitches and Rust may seem like just an ordinary thrift shop, but it provides a unique sense of style that may be hard to find anywhere else.
I didn't want to just do a basic jean jacket or a basic, pullover. I wanted to add a little something to it to make it unique and me. So it kind of evolved from there. I decided, maybe other people would be interested in this too. One can only have so many coats, and that's how it was born.
In order to make her one-of-a-kind jackets, Heidi disassembles many everyday items.
Anything from old kind of granny skirts that I'll cut out embroidered flowers. Rock band t-shirts are always big. I use trim from purses. I've taken things from hats. I've pulled from curtains, drapery, scarves. You name it, if it kind of fits on there, I put it on there and put it together. So I say the jackets are like snowflakes, and that way when someone's created that jacket, it goes to an individual and it's completely unique.
Heidi says these jackets have become a way for her to express her creativity while sharing her passion for art with anyone willing to dig deep enough. For WSRH Extra, I'm Rachel Clark reporting.
Coming up on WSRH Extra, we take a look at the importance of keeping our oceans clean.
Plus, we see what's going on in sports.
Girls' dinner!
You may know the difference, but they don't. According to Loggerhead Marine Life Center, almost all turtles they rescue have plastic in their systems. Visit marinelife.org on more information on how you can keep our beaches clean.
Coming up in WSRH Sports, we take a look at an event that's meant to help raise money for our Hawks basketball team.
Also, we take a look at an indoor activity that puts a pin in a rainy day. For those stories and more, we go to WSRH Extra sports anchor Lauren Plancarte.
Hey, Lauren.
Thanks, guys. With Florida's frequent rain and thunderstorms, a rainy day plan is often a necessity. A local bowling alley gives groups a place to weather out a storm. WSRH Sports reporter Evan Eisenstark takes us to Veride's Tropicana.
When athletics are not your forte, bowling at Veride's Tropicana gives you an opportunity to channel your competitive side.
If you're not super into athletic sports or something, this is something nice and easy. It'll ease you into it. Gives you something to do during the day.
Although we live in the Sunshine State, rainy days are common here in Florida. For Veride's, this usually leads to a boost in business.
Usually around here, it's pretty dead, but since it's a rainy day, it's getting a lot busier.
For one bowler, the sport didn't always play a big part in his life. However, it has been a constant in his family.
My dad was a bowler when I was a little kid. That's actually kind of how my parents met. For some reason, I never picked it up until like 15. I was just looking for something to do, and I just got a passion for it.
While he found his calling for bowling at a later age, Lewis started competing in a variety of leagues.
Monday night at Green Acres, Tuesday night here at Veride's, and Wednesday night here as well.
He may bowl regardless of weather. However, others come when Mother Nature has canceled their plans.
It's something inside so they're not in rainy weather. Usually if they have plans to go out and they already promised their kids or something, they'll come over here.
When rainy days put your plans in the gutter, Verde Tropicana allows for a place to compete with your friends while staying dry. For WSRH Sports, I'm Evan Eisenstark.
With the boys' basketball season starting to heat up, the team is raising money by shooting free throws in hopes of scoring some cash. WSRH Sports reporter Grace Trowbridge has the story.
Here at Seminole Ridge, the boys basketball team got together for their first shoot-a-thon. The team came out in order to raise money for their new program and team.
Shoot-a-thon is a way for the basketball program to raise money to help fund it because the school does not, give us any money to fund the basketball program.
Events like the shoot-a-thon raise money for the team to get new gear along with travel expenses and anything else the team may need throughout the season.
Because the boys have an obligation to raise a certain amount of money to pay for shoes, uniforms, warm-ups, and things of that nature. And with us doing the shoot-a-thon, it helps offset some of the money that the kids have to raise or their parents have to give them for this basketball season.
The boys show their dedication to the team by doing their best to raise money.
Making the shots is just helping our team get to a goal of being able to buy nice stuff and have nice things.
Raising money can be a hard task, but the Hawks basketball team is willing to take a shot. For WSRH Sports, I'm Grace Trowbridge.
While there was no traveling in the shoot-a-thon, the team is hoping that they raise enough money for their travel costs. Well, that's it for WSRH Sports. I'm Lauren Placarte.
Thanks, Lauren. Well, that's it for this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Emily Carboci.
And I'm Daniil Smith. If you have any story ideas, please tweet us at Seminole Ridge TV.